I mean, I thought yours looked good and sounded good. The
Well, thank
minor tips I have as a someone who's been a media trainer for 40 years, I do recommend to people that they have the camera is a couple of inches above their eye. And then you look more like a newscaster, like any people have been watching their whole life. Because as you see in my set now, you don't see the ceiling. If we can see your ceiling, it means the camera's lower. And it's
you. I did.
generally a less flattering look.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I can still that to me it looks better, but I can still
Yeah.
see your ceiling. If I see your
Okay.
ceiling, it means the camera is lower than your face.
So I don't sit, I
Uh-huh.
stand. So what
Mhm.
I need to do is I need to probably raise it up a little bit
You have a
more. I
tripod.
noticed,
I mean, the first 4 months of this year for my daily show and my interview shows, I was standing because as a public speaker, I'm simulating more things of how to move and gesture. And then my feet started hurting so much, I finally said, maybe standing 3 hours a day is not really worth it.
oh, I stand way more than
Yeah.
that.
Well, I was standing in one place
Yeah.
and that something triggered with my feet, and I've never had feet problems before. So, and I'm back to sitting now, but I do
Okay.
walk at least 15,000 steps a day, hit 17,000 yesterday.
Oh, nice. Nice.
But when I was standing, I simply had a tall tripod and it was
Yeah.
fully extended. So the camera was still a couple of inches above my. So minor tip. Otherwise,
Yeah, I
it looks
appreciate
good and sounds good. Let me ask you, how do you convince your clients that they need to do video? Because so many people, they'll never admit it, but they're profoundly insecure
that. Mhm.
about how they look. They think, oh, I don't have enough hair. Well, that didn't slow down you or me. They think they need to lose weight or they have a face for radio. People have all sorts of excuses,
Right.
but really it's about insecurity. I always ask people, if your dream company, if Apple Computer called up and said, we're considering you for $1 million a year job, will you meet with us on Zoom tomorrow at 2? You wouldn't say, well, no, you'll have to call me or you'll just have to email. No, you would show up on Zoom at 2 o'clock.
Right.
You'd get over it because you realize that's the most powerful form of communication other than being in the same room. And Apple's not going to nobody's going to hire you typically if you're not willing to show up on a Zoom call or some kind of video
Right.
face.